Old man Woody likes the crooked cock.
Stuff. By the way, I agree with you, Dick, about the fact that we've destroyed our economy for what really amounts to just another sickness and flu that we've had in this country. I don't buy it. I don't buy that it's this amazingly deadly thing. People are dying. Yes. I'm not saying that's fake. Yes. And if you're a family member of someone that's died, I'm sure you're listening to me saying, wow, what an asshole. But people have died and they die every day and they will continue to die. But we've also sacrificed our economy for that. I don't
still got way too many people, if you ask me.
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying from the get-go. Like, Anthony, I don't know if my hot takes are going to be as funny since you're from New York, but from the beginning, I was saying, wait a minute. For decades, we've been praying every day that something would come along and wipe all the idiots off the country, right? God gave us this beautiful disease that all you have to do to avoid is stay inside, and you fucking idiots ruined it. You pissed right in God's face. He was taking away all the boomers. God was going to fix Social Security.
Yeah. The boomer remover. Yeah.
God sent us this virus so there would be no idiocracy, and you morons just couldn't let him do it. You had to get involved. In the beginning, they were saying 4 million people are going to die. We ran our computers. 4 million people are going to die. And I said, 4 million people is the entire population of L.A. If I woke up tomorrow and L.A. was gone, I would start believing in fucking God. 4 million. Take Austin, Texas out with you, please. It's crazy to me. Like, New York is horrible. Yeah. Awful, bad. But then when they turn around and say, you know what, Lincoln, Nebraska, you also need to lock down. I'm like, what? Wait a minute. What the fuck? Why?
Well, I mean, you can see in the last couple, because South Dakota, obviously, not a lot of people there. They kind of shirked the social distancing thing, and now their rates are doubling like every 2 days.
Yeah, it's blowing up over there, I guess.
Yeah, and like all the places where, and just like a month or so ago, where the governor or whatever, Louisiana is like, no, everybody have fun at Mardi Gras, and it's like, no, now Louisiana's way up there. Like
that's what they were doing.
Like, I think it was a 2 million projection, maybe not a 4 million, but there have been a bunch of those. But weren't those done with the expectation that we wouldn't be doing any social distancing?
Yeah,
that's like if you did nothing, I think.
Still, it's like, this is, I mean, I'm an asshole about like the Bill of Rights and the Constitution, so just throwing that out there, the idea that we're just tossing away the First Amendment and, civil liberties en masse, like imprisoning people in their own homes, is I think the most depressing part of it to me. Like, my life has changed not at all. I didn't suffer. Actually, I take that back. My life has changed in a huge way because my girlfriend's a teacher. So now our very happy relationship went to spending all day in the same house. And I'm sitting there every night, pounding my fist against my head through a drunken stupor, thinking, I did not sign up for this. I did not. Gavin Newsom, how are you going to make this up to me? The $1,200 in Trump bucks is not making this up, man.
None of us qualify for that.
Arrest me and send me to Kyle's low security prison, please. I got to get out of here.
Now that would be terrible. Like, just jump in. I'm so glad that this thing didn't happen while I was in prison, because there's no getting away from it in there.
No.
And the medical care was horrible. Like I went to the dentist to she just makes sure your mouth isn't rotting. Oh, no gangrene, I see. All right, see you later. I've got a
you didn't shit for 23 days and you didn't go to the doctor.
I didn't mention that. Yeah. I was so.
Did the guy that wanted to get with you send you to the dentist?
Yeah.
Want to make sure that's all nice in there.
I didn't shit for literally 3 weeks at one point while I was in there.
God damn.
Was that 3 booby trap your asshole?
No, I couldn't. I was so stressed out. I couldn't shit.
Wow.
I literally couldn't. And I was eating a little bit. Like, I was eating a lot less. Like, I was eating like one meal a day, maybe. Some days I wouldn't eat. Some days I just have a little snack because I just wasn't doing anything. We'd go out and do a couple miles on the track, and then you lay in bed all fucking day.
You wanted to keep a blockade in there.
I mean, it would have been a mess if they had tried.
Did you think of
a defensive lineman for the colon?
like Jesus would not approve on your ass, like a tramp stamp, or think of your mom. Think of your mom.
Oh God.
I mean, like you go in for surgery, you right? Like don't chop off on.
Oh yeah.
Just to
Not
make
this
sure.
arm.
Yeah.
It's the other one.
man.
Yeah.
That's
Think of
funny.
your mom, man. Please don't.
Yeah,
So
I don't
really,
know what to think about
why
the
not?
coronavirus thing because like it's weird that it seems like with
It's
the
bad.
flu, for example, I'm not afraid of the flu because it's like it doesn't kill people who are like my age group and reasonably healthy. But it seems
Right,
like with this thing, sometimes I see like a 90-year-old grandma who beats it, and then I'll see some 28-year-old Olympic athlete who fucking dies, and I can't make that make sense in my head.
Mm.
Like what were they?
I mean, the
Why?
problem is you're only going to know what the real death rate is when all of this is said and done. And like, I think the reasonable position is that yes, it's a bad virus. Yes, it has an incredible transmission rate, but it's like this isn't it's never a movie. Like I feel like Tommy Jones and Men in Black. I always want to say to people, look, there's always something huge and unknown and frightening waiting, right? There's always an Archillian death ray or whatever, but what makes us as a society is that we don't trash civil liberties to get there. Maybe it's like H1N1 and it kills young people like us, but maybe it's just like like an accelerated flu.
Well, it's
And
definitely more deadly than H1N1, even for young people at this point.
We don't-
And Dick, I'm
that.
pretty positive that just like the Patriot Act, all of these infringements are going to be rolled back as soon as this is over.
Right,
true.
right.
It's gonna be fine. Name just 10 other times it hasn't worked out.
Yeah, exactly.
Bill Gates is going to come to my house and pull his vaccine microchip out of my ass when this is over, right? Free. I can show up at Jiffy Lube and get it pulled out. The data that the data is just all over the place, and I have yet to see anything that says it's worse than just an accelerated flu that crammed an entire flu season.
It's much more contagious. Taylor, can you bring your mic closer?
I'm sorry. It can cause permanent organ damage. So like it can fuck with your kidneys, with your liver, with your brain, with soaking what?
Soaking liquor.
Well, yeah, but like this isn't a disease that
soaking
makes everybody
LSD.
in the country drink a handle of vodka.
Yeah, nobody's running around with big syringes shooting people's livers full of vodka. You made that.
Oh, you
decision.
got me.
you.
Oh, now I'm all fucked up. No, it's definitely bad. And if you look at the curve for how these things tend to go, is they'll do a quarantine. This is the exact same pattern happened with the Spanish flu, where they had a quarantine and then they assume everything's hunky dory, let everybody out of quarantine, and then is when the true spike happens, where
Or
everybody's
just
out
a
there
double
and-
bell curve of some sort. Yeah.
with the more intense one being second.
The more
I mean,
with the Spanish flu, it was the
everybody's
second
so
wave that
fucking
was-
sure of themselves, but like people can't predict what stock to invest in. Yet everybody knows exactly what this never before seen engineered virus is going to do.
Engineered. We just
I
made
was-
that up, right?
Yep.
Didn't shit come out recently that like there's more evidence saying that this was some sort of disease from like that was
I was
constructed?
just joking about
Nope.
that.
I don't know. I'm asking. Did that come out?
Yeah,
I'm telling you, no.
The
Definitely,
Oh,
not.
well, okay.
investigations-
Then never mind.
Definitely not an engineered virus. They've said that so many times.
They said it's not engineered, but they did recently say that it did somehow get out of that Wuhan pathogen lab that they have over there. And
It was
I could see that. That's not an insane thing to think. I mean, it happened right there. That was their ground zero for this whole thing. I'm just amazed. How come Wuhan, the whole Wuhan area, got completely devastated by this thing, but Beijing never got it. None of the big other Chinese cities got it. Meanwhile, every other country in this on the globe and every state in this nation has this. But China, it was only Wuhan. You
Yeah.
got to wonder why that was.
Are you suggesting the
China is
Chinese
lying
government is
so
being
hard.
secret? Taylor,
I
you
believe
too?
it's like the MK Ultra. Let me tell you something. The Gulf of Tonkin was a false flag operation, and fluoride is turning the frogs gay.
Now, that part's
That's not
true.
entirely wrong. What you need to know about this is fluoride is legitimately turning frogs into hermaphroditic creatures. This is something that you can look up. You can see this. This is not something I'm saying. This is something you can Google right now. It is not hidden from you any longer.
I have a cure for it right here. It's called bone broth. If you order this right here today,
If you order that, you get 1 free tube of my reddening, neck-thickening salve, and you will be able to be just as attractive as I am. Look at this before and after of me. Look at this one. I'm fat in this one, and I'm red and fat in this one. Now, that is merely a month and a half apart. And people are looking at me. They're telling me that's not true. I'm saying it is. But I'd be banned from every bit of social media if it weren't true.
I ended on that note. I love the
That was the
wordplay.
best
Very
shit
nice.
I've ever heard.